Hi, Tim here with my day 15 ketogenic diet update. And still feeling pretty good. Went for a walk today and managed to increase my speed slightly. So finished the overall walk, same distance, but finished it a little bit quicker, which is good. In terms of weight loss, no, there's no weight loss today. In actual fact, I've got to report, wait for it, drum roll, weight gain. I actually gained 0.6 of a kilogram. So my weight went up, which I don't actually like saying, but that's the breaks. 1.3 pounds. Now, first things first, let's have a talk about what's happened here. Have I gone off the diet? Have I been cheating? No, I haven't. Absolutely, I've been fairly rigidly stuck to it. I do have some things sometimes, like I've talked to you before about the Quest protein bars. I would have one of those per day. That's got around about 5 carbs in it. Some of the other ones have got as much as 8 in it. So the most I would ever have would be 1 in a day. So that would normally have half, say, in the afternoon and half in the evening. So that would only be 8 or 9 carbs, probably net carbs that have gone into my body. And sometimes I'll have a coffee. I actually had a coffee this morning. Didn't have one yesterday. And sometimes I'll have one Pepsi Max or maybe 2, like just a regular can. Now there's lots of evidence on the internet, there's lots of discussion, I should say, because I don't think it's necessarily evidence, of the pros and cons about caffeine, be it in Pepsi Max or drinks of that nature or coffee. Some people will swear that there's a stall there and it will actually stop your weight loss or even start reversing it, and some people just don't seem to get on well with it. But I will point out that I've been drinking coffee pretty well. I have one cup a day virtually for the entire 14 days, so I don't think that's causing it. Possibly the Pepsi Max is. But anyway, the other thing and there's people, as I said, pro and against that. There doesn't seem to be any clear evidence that I've searched to say, definitely we can confirm that this always happens. So it's a little bit out in the open. The other thing I want to talk about is water, because it does seem that I've slipped on my water usage, or usage consumption I should say, and that has definitely, from the advice that I've seen, lots of information on there about people who've had this situation come up. I'm going to talk about this shortly, this syndrome. And it's come up because they haven't been drinking enough water. They're aiming for 3 litres of water a day to be drunk, ideally on keto. Now that's a lot of water, and I certainly haven't been drinking that. So today I'm going to certainly step that up and aim to hit that mark today with 3 litres and try and do that consistently. Now the actual thing that keto have got, now if you remember a couple of days ago we had I had a video and I talked about Reddit and the keto FAQ. And that's basically, and I'll put the link back in the video today, so if you go down and have a look, you'll see that. On that page, they talk about various phases. They've got phase 1, which is the honeymoon phase, which incidentally lasts from when you start to about the 2-week mark, and that's where you tend to lose weight quickly. And part 2 is what they call Post Induction Stall Syndrome. And basically what that means is that, what that can do for some people, it doesn't appear to be the case for everyone, is their weight, their weight can stall. So what can happen is that you get to this stage of losing weight continually, which a lot of that is the water that's in your body, and this little process, this post-induction stall syndrome, can kick in, and you can stop losing weight or even gain some weight temporarily. So the thing is, you don't give up at this point. You don't suddenly think, okay, I've gained this weight today, therefore this diet's not working, I've got to give it away. They talk about, basically, from what I've read, I did quite a bit of research today, because you can bet that I was a little bit shocked that my weight went up today. Even though I've talked about this before, it was a bit more of a shock when I actually physically got on the scales today and saw that the weight had gone up. It wasn't a good feeling. So bottom line is that this is something that's experienced by a lot of people, and you need to just battle through it. You need to just continue it. Just check your water usage is number 1. Check your consumption. Look back at your relationship, how much fat you're having, your carbs and so forth, and your protein, to make sure you're not overdoing it. I'm comfortable that I'm sort of in that range. Now I'm not really sticking to this as a stickler. I'm not actually calculating it all in fine detail. Basically what I've done, which has worked for me for the first 2 weeks of this diet, is I've basically just made sure that my carbs are really low, because I'm not eating virtually I'm not eating anything that's got sugar and starch in it at all. Plenty of vegetables, obviously the protein and stuff, enough of that, but also the fat. I'm eating the foods that they recommend that are higher in fat, and adding things like coconut oil butter or coconut oil itself. We're adding butter to vegetables and those types of things. So I believe that I'm within that zone. So all I can put it down to is probably the fact that I'm putting in this post-induction stall syndrome. It's a matter of me keeping on and sort of battling on and not giving up. So I can certainly do that. I'm going to actually see how I go over the next couple of days and just monitor my weight. Obviously, I'm weighing myself every day. And this wouldn't have come up more than likely if you're weighing yourself once a week. You probably find that in this case, if I was in this stall, basically my weight would have gone up and then probably it'll go down again. I wouldn't have seen that peak. But because I'm weighing myself every day, largely for you YouTubers, so you can see how I'm going, I've hit this peak today. So certainly I'm not going to make any dramatic changes. The only real thing I'm going to do today is drink a lot more water, and we're going to see what it looks like tomorrow. But again, the main thing is here to point out that I've read quite extensively this morning that this is quite a process that happens to a lot of people, and unfortunately it can last sometimes for a long time. Weight is always never the best way of just checking whether you're on track. You should be always checking how your clothes are fitting, perhaps doing some measurements and so forth as well, because often it's possible that you'll lose, your measurements will get better, you'll actually lose inches around your waist or whatever, and your weight may not be coming off, and then suddenly your weight tends to drop. That's what can happen anyway. So I'm going to certainly keep battling on. Still feeling good about things, but just this is part of the journey, and I'm here, I'm sticking to it. And I've got no intentions of going off it, because I know that the food I'm eating is very healthy for my body, and it's sustained me for the last 2 weeks, and I feel like I'm a better person for it. So that's that out of the way. Number 2, I want to report that, drum roll again, Facebook group. I've set up a Facebook group for everyone to actually join. So I've got a link on the screen now. You can actually go to that link and just like the page, and you'll be able to be there, and you can contribute and talk on there as well, because I think sometimes some communication on Facebook might be a lot easier than these videos. Now at this stage I'm not posting these videos into that Facebook channel, but I'm posting a lot of other content as well, with the other information that I found as well. So if enough people ask about it, then I might start posting my daily content in there as well. But basically, I've already got a small community that's built up. There's already, as I'm filming this video now, there's already 200 or 300 people there, and it's sort of building up nicely. So please just click the link. If you can't find the link, or you don't want to write it down, just do a search for Keto Diet Hangout in Facebook, and you'll find the page, and just like the page. There's a picture of bacon and eggs, you'll see it coming up, and just like the page, and you can keep up to date with all the happenings and so forth that's related to my progress, and also keto diets in general. I'll also put a link to that in the video description. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click this button here. As you can see it on the screen now, that's the like button. Please do that. It helps spread the word and get other people to actually find my videos, which is fantastic. It's a win-win. Also, if you want to comment on my videos, please do so. That's over there, right over there. If you do that, I will actually respond to any questions you might have. And lastly, and probably most importantly, please subscribe. That's right, click that button right there now. You can do that right now while I'm talking, and you can subscribe to my channel, and you'll be updated automatically every time I release a new video, which is often. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back with another video soon. Cheers for now.